The summer break flew by, and before Sophia knew it, the first day of school had arrived. Early on a crisp Monday morning, she bustled around the house, getting her twins ready for their new school. She dressed them in their freshly pressed uniforms, which fit her daughter Quinn perfectly, but hung a little loose on Finn. His oversized blazer and baggy trousers made him look like a tiny adventurer lost in his clothes, his too large backpack adding to the comical yet endearing sight. Sophia's heart swelled with a mix of pride and nostalgia as she prepared to send them off. This wasn't just a milestone for the twins. It was a significant day for her too. Today, she was starting her new job at Key Venture Enterprise, a step she hoped would bring positive changes to their lives. As she poured milk into their cups and spread Nutella on their toast, she glanced at her little ones, who were eagerly munching away at the breakfast table. Their bright eyes and animated chatter filled the kitchen with a lively energy that contrasted with the early hour. They were only 5, but their curiosity and sharp minds made them seem much older at times. "Mummy, I don't like my uniform." "It's bigger than me," Finn whined, his voice a mix of frustration and disappointment. He paused mid-bite, holding his toast with Nutella in one hand and his milk in the other. His big blue eyes looked up at her imploringly, making her heart melt. Before Sophia could respond, Quinn giggled. "That's because you're small, Finn." She flashed a teasing grin, her eyes twinkling with mischief. "Quinn, stop that," Sophia said gently but firmly, placing a hand on her daughter's shoulder. "We don't want Finn to feel bad. Everyone grows at their own pace." Turning back to Finn, she knelt beside him, smoothing the wrinkles out of his oversized blazer. "Don't worry, sweetie. You'll grow into it soon enough. And who knows? You might even be bigger than Quinn one day." Finn's frown eased a bit, his small shoulders relaxing. He nodded, his trust in his mother's words shining through. Sophia gave him a reassuring smile, her hand gently ruffling his hair before she turned back to finish her own hurried breakfast. "Are you going to drive us to school today, Mummy? Or are we taking the school bus?" Quinn asked as she finished her breakfast, her voice filled with curiosity. She muttered a quick thank you to her mum as she carried her plate to the sink, standing on her tiptoes to reach there. "The school bus sounds fun, Mummy," Finn added, his eyes wide with excitement. He loved the idea of riding with other kids, even if just for a short trip. Sophia smiled at their enthusiasm, her heart swelling with love for her inquisitive little ones. "Of course, my cuties," she replied, her voice warm with affection. "I'll drop you off at school myself and pick you up when school ends." Quinn's face lit up with a bright smile, and she reached up to hug her mum. "Thanks, Mummy," she said, her voice muffled against Sophia's shirt. Sophia planted a kiss on Quinn's temple, and then gave a feather-like kiss on Finn's forehead. "I wouldn't miss it for the world," she whispered. "Yay, we're all done, Mummy. Time to go to school." Finn and Quinn chorused, their excitement bubbling over as they grabbed their bags and dashed towards the car. "Last one to get to the car is a potato head," Finn shouted, his little legs pumping as he raced ahead, laughter trailing behind him. "Hey, no fair, you started first," Quinn protested, giggling as she tried to catch up with her brother. Sophia couldn't help but laugh at their playful banter. "Be careful, my little ones. Don't injure yourselves," she called after them, a smile spreading across her face at their antics. She locked the door and followed them, feeling a blend of joy and nerves for the day ahead. As they settled into the car, Finn turned to Quinn, his eyes sparkling with excitement. "Do you think we'll make new friends today?" "Of course we will," Quinn replied confidently. "Everyone will love us. Right, Mummy?" "Absolutely," Sophia agreed, glancing at them in the rearview mirror. "You're both amazing, and anyone would be lucky to have you as friends." Finn looked thoughtful for a moment. "Do you think our new teacher would be nice?" Sophia nodded. "I'm sure she will be. Teachers are there to help you learn and have fun. Just be yourselves and you'll do great." Quinn leaned back in her seat, looking out the window as they drove. "I can't wait to tell them about Spain. Do you think they'll think it's cool?" Sophia chuckled. "I'm sure they will. Just remember, not everyone has had the same experiences as you, so be patient and kind." As they pulled into the school parking lot, Finn and Quinn's excitement reached a fever pitch. "We're here! We're here!" they shouted in unison. Sophia parked the car and turned to face them, her eyes sparkling with pride. "Have an amazing first day, my loves. I'll be right here when school ends." "Thanks, Mummy." They chimed, unbuckling their seatbelts and scrambling out of the car. Sophia watched them join the crowd of children streaming into the school, her heart full. She took a deep breath, ready to face her own first day at her new job, and whispered to herself, "I can do this." Sophia entered her car and started the ignition, her mind already racing with thoughts about the day ahead. Today, she was going to sign a huge deal with Key Venture Enterprise, the biggest and most well-known company in Italy. Working with them was a dream come true, but she knew it would be challenging. They demanded perfection, and she was determined to deliver. She had meticulously structured her proposal, confident that everything would go according to plan. Realizing she was running late, Sophia accelerated, her heart pounding with a mix of excitement and nerves. She parked her car hurriedly, grabbed her bag, and put on her glasses, knowing she couldn't see properly without them during the day. Glancing at her watch, she saw she had just 10 minutes left. She sprinted towards the building, her heels clicking against the pavement. As she entered the sleek, modern lobby, she headed straight for the elevator, not paying attention to her surroundings. She stepped in, lost in her thoughts, and suddenly collided with a very tall figure. Her forehead hit his chest, and she stumbled, her glasses falling to the floor. It all happened in slow motion, like a scene from a movie. The man caught her swiftly, his strong arms steadying her before she could fall. They stood there for a moment, frozen in place. Sophia's heart raced as she looked up, trying to see his face, but without her glasses and with the light glaring directly into her eyes, his features remained a blur. "Are you all right?" he asked, his deep voice filled with concern. He bent down, picking up her broken glasses and handing them back to her. "Thank you," she managed to stammer, feeling flustered and slightly embarrassed. She squinted, trying to make out his features, but it was no use. All she could see was a tall, shadowy figure with striking blue eyes, and the light wasn't doing justice. It made everything look a bit blurry. "No problem," he replied with a small smile. "You seem to be in a hurry." "I am," she admitted, straightening her clothes and trying to regain her composure. "I have an important meeting, and I'm running late." "Well, good luck," he said, stepping aside to let her pass. "I'm sure you'll do great." "Thank you," she said again, more confidently this time. She stepped out of the elevator and headed towards the office, her heart still pounding from the unexpected encounter. As she walked down the hallway, She couldn't help but replay the moment in her mind. Who was he? She blamed her stupid glasses for not being able to see him properly. There was something about the man that intrigued her, but she shook off the thought, focusing on the task at hand. She had a deal to sign and a proposal to present, and she couldn't afford any distractions. Taking a deep breath, Sophia pushed open the door of the office building and stepped into the lobby. She was determined to make this day a success, not just for herself, but for her twins and their future. She walked briskly to the reception desk, where a smartly dressed secretary sat, typing away on her computer.